Keeping your dog healthy and fit is important for a long and happy life. So today, we're going to show you some healthy homemade recipes that will help you save money and satisfy your pup's cravings.
And Dr. Judy Morgan, veterinarian and author of Yin and Yang Nutrition for Dogs, is here to demonstrate. Good morning, Judy. Thanks for joining us. Now, most people say no dogs on the table, but in this case,
right, so we have
got them
Pookie
here.
and George, right?
Yes.
This is Pookie, everybody, and good morning to George. They are our chef tasters. I'm imagining that they're
Oh, yes.
going to approve or disapprove of what we have to offer this morning.
Very curious, yes, what you were making for us this morning. It looks, I'm going to lift this right up, actually. Very interesting. Oh, yes. Pookie already wants it. Now, what is this that we're looking at here?
So this is the recipe that we brought the ingredients for. It's called a chi tonic stew. In this case, we made it as a meatloaf. This is still raw, but it could be baked in the oven. And chi tonics, I use Chinese medicine for making my recipes. And chi tonics are for energy, so it increases and improves energy.
So this is raw. At any point, would you feed it to them raw? Would you cook it? Do they prefer it a certain way?
Our dogs actually eat raw food. So they would eat it raw, but for people who are afraid of feeding raw, that could be baked in the oven at 325 for about 45 minutes, or we're going to throw it in the crock pot.
The crock pot,
and
awesome.
I guess like a human, steak tartare, right?
Exactly.
Hey, if they like it and you say it's good, then.
Yes.
All right, so what are we going to add into this mixture today
so
to
we
feed
have
our
1
pups?
pound of grass-fed beef in the front there.
Okay.
Okay, we'll
So you
sneak
get
that
to get all
over.
messy.
All right, so here we see.
Yes.
All right.
Great.
And then there's 4 ounces of butternut squash.
All right, I'll let you
couple
do the
different-
honors
oh,
of
this is-
that.
I
Look
thought
at
this
them, they're
was
so funny.
cheese.
Yeah, and so we ground it
Butternut
up.
squash. This is not cheese.
We ground it for the meatloaf, but for the crock pot, we
pop
can
that in
do it
there.
in chunks.
Okay.
We have 4 ounces of mixed vegetables. So we
Okay.
have asparagus, broccoli, and cauliflower.
Okay, so we see the asparagus,
And
the
then we've got
broccoli,
egg.
cauliflower, and the puppies are so funny. Can we get a shot of them? Because every time we move the food closer to the crock pot, they're
We'll
getting in
do-
on the action.
A sniff test. Now, these are mushrooms here. Oh,
Ooh.
they're into that.
Oh, yes, our dogs will eat salad.
Who knew? Vegetables. My
So
dog would
that's
never eat
4
vegetables.
ounces of shiitake mushrooms.
Okay. There we go. Pop that in. Oh, yes. I don't know if you can hear it, but they're
yes.
sniffling
Yeah,
away.
2 ounces of beef liver.
Oh,
Okay.
beef liver. Where do you
That's
find
delicious,
that?
I'm sure.
At your
Let's see
butcher
how
store.
interesting.
Okay.
Grocery store, actually.
I'm not
yes.
one to buy that, so
They're getting
good to know.
approval of the beef liver here. All right, just add that all
And
in.
then we've got a couple teaspoons of fresh thyme.
okay.
And you can just throw it in like that.
Okay.
And
Are there
then,
any herbs that you should not be adding to these ingredients that are safe?
most herbs are pretty good for these guys.
Okay.
And then we have 1 egg. You can put the whole egg in because we're actually going to use the shell because we need the
really?
calcium source.
Right. That's wonderful.
So the dogs can eat the shell.
Yes.
Now,
yes.
one
this
other
one has
tip-
ground shell in it.
Usually for cooking is you don't want your hair in the food, but in this case it's okay. It doesn't matter if
mind,
it
do
flops
they?
inside. Hello.
How long would you cook
So-
this for now?
So in the crock pot, I do that for about 4 hours.
Okay.
And then a lot of our dogs are old. We have an 18-year-old with no teeth. So that's why we tend to make meatloafs. Or if we did the crock, then at the end we would grind it. So run it through the food processor.
Right, so it's softer for them to chew on for the older dogs. Now, you did add the thyme. Are there other spices? Usually when I think about dogs, I think, you know, they can't eat anything spicy off the table. Is there anything else you would absolutely avoid when trying to feed them off the kitchen
grapes,
table?
raisins, macadamia nuts, chocolate, coffee, alcohol.
Okay, and what is, you think, when you talk to somebody about your nutrition for your pet, what's the first and foremost thing that you keep in mind and to relay to your patients?
Well, in my practice, we're a holistic practice, so we are looking to feed our pets whole foods, not things that have been highly processed. It's the same, you know, if you want to stay healthy, you're going to eat fresh foods, not highly processed foods. So that's what, especially with all the recalls that we've had in the pet food industry recently, and their dogs and cats have died from too much vitamin D, from pentobarbital, which is euthanasia solution in pet food. So when you make your own, you control the quality of the food.
Right, and I have to admit, I was a culprit. I would feed my dog off the table, and we'd often give him pizza bones.
Pizza bones.
What do you say to pizza bones, which are just the crust of the pizza? We call them pizza bones.
I wondered, what is that?
As the occasional treat, it's absolutely fine. And when clients come in and, you know, they kind of go, oh, and I give them some table scraps. And I say, that's the best thing you could feed them because it's
Okay.
whole food. It's real
Right.
food. As long as you're eating healthy. If you're eating a bunch of junk, well.
Well, no, we would get, and you asked about cheese. We were
Well,
talking
I
about cheese
wondered
as well.
the topping of the pizza, the cheese. My dog used to smell the cheese and love it, but is that a no-no or is that
Again,
okay?
as an occasional treat, it's absolutely fine.
Okay.
Okay. Now, this overall affects their, would you say their coat improves and also their teeth and their overall health?
Yes, so you'll definitely see improvement in digestive abilities, in coat. Most of our dogs, the Cavaliers, are prone to heart problems. So with the special diets that we make for them, and that's what this book is about, the Yin and Yang Nutrition, it's about making special diets for liver disease, kidney disease, heart disease, instead of using prescription diets that are processed. We can make it ourselves.
And in this book as well, do you address the different breeds? Would you say different breeds can eat different things? One dog might prefer beef, another breed might prefer chicken, or all the same?
No, absolutely. And what we talk about is the personality of the dog rather than the specific breed.
Interesting.
And breeds tend to fall a little bit under certain personalities, but when you figure out your dog's Chinese personality, then you can figure out what to feed.
Well, thank you so much, Dr. Judy Morgan.
Yes.
And for bringing the adorable accoutrement, these beautiful pups.
Yes,
as well.
and their chef's hats. They were great assistants. Well, we posted this recipe and some more great tips from Dr. Morgan on our website, cbsnewyork.com. We'll be right back.